Okay, we're going to look at number 15. What is the domain and range of the function y equals 5x minus 1 over 2x plus 4? So whenever you're given a domain and range problem, it's always nice to look at our calculator here. So let me go ahead and plug this in. I'm trying to find a spot that's not so bright. Okay, so key is 5x minus 1 is in parentheses, and you close that off, divided by 2x plus 4 in parentheses. On a graph. Remember, mine's zoomed out, so I'm going to zoom back in just a second. So if you want to zoom back in, hit zoom option 6, which is zoom standard. That'll give you that standard window. Okay, so remember, domain are x values and range are y values. So if I'm looking at x values, I'm going to go left to right. If I'm looking at y values, I'm going to go from bottom to top. Okay, as I'm going from left to right, I'm going from negative infinity because this is part of my graph's going to keep on going to the left. And then there's a gap here, and I have to figure out what that gap is. So what I'm going to do is go to my table by hitting second graph. And that gap we know for sure is -2 because it has that error. Okay, so x value is part of the domain as long as you see some kind of number in your y column. So since -2 does not have a number, I know it's not going to be part of my domain. So I'm going to go ahead and write down domain, infinity, -2. I'm going to put a u there to unite the next part, -2 to infinity. Okay, it's a union of the two intervals. Okay, my range or my y value. So I'm going to take a look at my graph again. Alright, so if I go from the bottom of my graph, pretend my pen is a scanner. This part of the graph is going to keep on going down, down, down forever. And as I go up, there's a gap between where my pen is right now and then that second part of the graph. Okay, so it's hopping over a number. And the number that it's hopping over is my HA. Remember, with an HA, if the degree on the top equals the degree on the bottom, so right now both have an exponent of 1, okay, then we're going to look at the numbers in front. So my HA in this case is 5/2. So my range is going to be from -infinity to 5/2, 5/2 to infinity. Another way you can take a look at this is if you look at, let me turn off the lamp and see if that helps. Okay, if you look at your table again, if I go to really high positive values, remember 5/2 is 2.5. Okay, what my estimate was is 5/2. So I'm going to see if as I increase my x values, if it's going towards 2.5. And it looks like it's steadily going to 2.5. And I can keep on going on and on and on forever. Okay, notice it's increasing, increasing, increasing. Let's see if it goes beyond 2.4. There's 2.4, and it is. Okay, so eventually it's going to get to that 2.5. If you go to the really low negative numbers, you'll see the same pattern. Alright, so for my domain, it's everything but my VA, which was -2. My range is everything but my HA, which is 5/2. Alright, that's it for number 15. Make sure you guys ask questions of your teacher.